through the lens of Regency England, it's really exploring many, many contemporary issues that women still deal with today. How women are viewed, how they are put on display by society still. So I think it's wonderful that Netflix is commissioning shows like this.
Yeah, dead nice. This sort of feels like home. My ride's here, I better go.
Laurie, who's created the show, is, I mean, amazing, and some of the storylines are incredible, but they are real, and I think that's why the world loves the show, because we are tackling subject matters which I think other people were scared to, and I think we dealt with in a classy, real way. Totally blessed to have one of the greatest casts. I mean, amazing. The world are very lucky.
In terms of Eric, Laurie Nunn just smashed it by like writing a sick script and a sick character who is gay and black and comes from a religious background and just has like hello, hi, and just has like, you know, just like a lot of layers to him. I'm talking about Eric. I'm talking about Eric.
A lot of love and a lot of positivity.
There's a lot of light in him, isn't there? But he goes through his sad times as well, and so we see that all. And so shout out to Laurie Nunn. Shout out to Laurie Nunn, man.
I think I got off quite easily in season 1. In terms of Otis's sexual performance, there's a lot of people who had some quite intimate scenes. So this season I get my fair share of stuff like that, you know what I mean? Which has been interesting. I've never done this much wanking on camera.
I'm Patricia Allison, I play Ola. I feel super privileged and blessed to be part of a show that is very current and using a dialogue that is exploring areas of sexual content that is quite difficult, and a lot of the sex scenes that we show in sex education aren't necessarily good or pleasurable a lot of the times, and I think that's really important because we show about how to deal with it and also how you can overcome the awkwardness.
We're the luckiest people in the world. I mean, I feel like my costume does about 70% of the work. Because as soon as you're in a corset, you're like, huh, it adds a Regency. And then the locations have been really, really beautiful.
No, it's too high already!
Never too high, not for me. On top of the world.
I'm Ben Mangum, I'm the location manager, and this is
Flo Cleverton, location assistant.
Anything not shot in a studio is us. So we have to find all the locations and make sure that we can get what we want as a production and the world can carry on with the real life, and so we don't make complete pains of ourselves. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough. My job on set is to be the go-between for the crew and our location. So all of Ben's negotiations before we get there, let the crew know about.
Rules and regs.
And any last-minute requests that the crew need to fulfill.
Break those rules and regs.
Yeah, break the rules and regs or create new ones.
We have to prep, shoot and strike. And so Flo will be with the shooting team, but there'll be someone jumping ahead, prepping, making sure that, let's say at Georgian Square, we're here today at Fitzroy. There's been residents' consultations, the parking's been moved, benches are removed, all of those sort of period stuff.
Being location-based predominantly rather than having a sort of breakaway studio section, it's been a sort of a fantastic creative opportunity to get into as regarding the palette, the tones and textures, aligning those with a stylistic brief.
This is a period story, but we shot it in a modern, contemporary way. So it has a kind of naturalistic, kind of real feel, which hopefully will make it feel kind of urgent and essential for a modern audience.
It's sort of a really honest portrayal of what it means to be a human being, which is that everyone's a bit brilliant, but also a bit unremarkable all at the same time, and I think that's what it is to be a human being, and that's why I liked it, I think. Yeah, it's the best job I've ever had, yeah.
One of the main challenges on something like this is the location work. In particular, we've been filming in and around Canary Wharf and on the DLR. There's only so much control that we're allowed. You know, quite often on a film shoot, you'll be able to shut down the area and it becomes yours. Whereas on this, what we've had to do is work alongside the public, tourists, and city workers and people. So one of the main challenges has been sort of managing to kind of, you know, create the drama alongside the real world and work with the sort of, you know, people in the real world without kind of interrupting what they're doing and then without them kind of interfering with what we're doing.
So a really key thing in the script that wasn't written in the script, but when we started to find the visual style of it, it was important that the city always felt encroaching on the domestic, and that played a part in terms of then when you do and find those spaces, you use a lot of wide-angle lenses to show the city encroaching on Sam's world.
It's been a pretty pain-free process, actually. You know, we've been on schedule with the scripts pretty much, and no, it's really exciting. I'm really excited for Mark. You know, to have going from not having written anything to suddenly having this amazing show on his hands. You know,
this is my BAFTA winning scene.
Sorry, yeah, we're laying a rail in the hall.
It's nice, you know, you see people that you've worked with before as well, so you know you make connections on every job, and it's nice to be in that bubble. That's what shoots do. It's what it's like in theatre as well. So yeah, that's part of the job that I enjoy as well.
We laugh on set all the time, you know, to the point at which it interferes with some of the camera work. It's an amazingly fun show to do because I like making pretty pictures and doing silly things and making things funny. So all those things feed into this kind of show.
I always say the same one, and it was to impress a mayor.
42 Calippos.
Lovely.
That was a tough one, I think.
I like the open-ended nature of some of them, where the response is almost 100% coming from them, because we haven't given them, or Alex hasn't given them particularly prescriptive train tracks to follow. So to impress a mayor, obviously you can do whatever you want, and I loved the response.
Clip-on?
Yeah, why not?
My baby.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Till next time.
And I'd say similarly, there was one in the last series which was give me a special cuddle, which resulted in Bob Mortimer popping me in the boot of his car, and me and Bob Mortimer just having a cuddle in the boot of his car, which is that's a moment that I wasn't expecting to happen in my life.
And it's moments like that that throw up my favourite quotes from the show, because Bob actually said at some point that he'd always been looking for a reason to get into the boot of his car, which is a whole other narrative that we didn't really explore, but it doesn't need exploring.
I'm surprised he needed permission, a reason. I suppose you can't do it by yourself.
Right. Oh. Yes? Yeah. Alex. Yes, Bob? Would you like to shut the boot lid? Yes, please, Bob. Yes!
I suppose I better let you go. Have some lunch, have a break, all that stuff. Prep for this afternoon.
I've ordered spaghetti. What did you get in the end?
A Caesar salad. I imagine this will make it in, right?